One thing that I didn't know about you was I knew you were African. I didn't know you lived
I was born
in
in
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Do you remember? Do you have any memories of that, of the time there in Nigeria?
Yeah, and it's so vivid because as a child, because you only recall like certain moments,
Yeah,
right, that stick with you. And I was just there enough to really engulf the culture in a way that it will never leave me.
yeah,
It will never leave me. That's why I'm so connected to the place. I was gone for almost 20 years and I still live and love to represent that place.
yeah.
It's something in our blood that we are just tied to that place.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, I remember it. There was a lot of moments with my brothers, my older brother, Dr. Cash Usman, and my younger brother. There's three little boys running around and just kind of causing mayhem.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was really good times. It was fun. And I mean, we grew up humble beginnings.
yeah.
We farmed, and not only we farmed, my mom had a convenience store to where we sold things to where it was very, very humble beginnings.
Uh,
But I don't remember any moment where I was unhappy.
that's the craziest thing. I grew up like very poor, and I just felt like I was always so loved
Right.
that it didn't really matter what we had because you felt loved. So it's like you don't feel like you're missing as much. Obviously, there are moments where you wish you had what another kid had, but because the people around you that mattered so much loved you so much,
Right.
it didn't really matter. But then you guys moved to the United States, and do you remember why you guys moved to the United States? Have you ever asked your parents
Yeah,
why you guys moved there?
of course. I mean, it's one of the main reasons why every immigrant really kind of immigrates to a certain area or a place for opportunity. And in Nigeria, when you're so populated like that, and you live in a country of just brilliant minds. I mean, if you look right now, you look at Harvard, there's a percentage that are Nigerians. Look at Columbia, you look at Yale, you look at all the Ivy
Prestigious,
Leagues, you
yeah.
look at the doctors, some of the top doctors in the States, in the UK, all over the world. There's a Nigerian in any mix. We come from a culture of people who are ambitious and who are relentless in their pursuit of excellence. And with that being said, it's just so many people running the exact same race to where there's not enough, there's only 10 spots over there.
Yeah,
But you've got 1 million people running that race for that 10 spot.
yeah.
And, you know, my father was in the military and he got an opportunity here to be in the military here. And he came here and became a pharmacist. And I think back then there was this lottery program you could kind of, and we were granted visas to come here. And so it was opportunity.
Lucky, lucky.
And yes,
Very lucky.
and my father dared to take that chance of going to a foreign land and create an opportunity for his family, which is forever I will be grateful for.
Was there any,
Forever.
but what do you think the hardest part of moving to the United States was?
Well, I think like most immigrant is the assimilation of really, because I hate to say it, but this is just a country that requires you to excellence from you, or at least it's going to ask of you excellence. This is the one, you come into this country, you better learn English.
Yeah,
Hey, you better learn English. We're not trying to learn that whatever language you're speaking. You better learn
that's
this
the
English.
truth. I know no foreign language.
To where you go to Africa, you go to Nigeria, you go to some places where, well, oh, come in, you speak Chinese. Oh, come in. Well, yeah, we'll sign for you. We'll try to figure out whatever. We'll find a way to
Make you feel
communicate with
comfortable.
you.
We'll leave you in the dust.
Yes, we'll make it to you feel comfortable. To where here it's like, well, you better learn that damn English.
Yeah.
If you don't learn that English, you better go back to your
Did you
country.
not speak English when you got here?
I spoke English, obviously, because Nigeria is part of that West African that was kind of colonized by the British. So we spoke UK English, but I'm a child. I'm still learning here the actual proper English. To where you come to the States, it's different.
Yeah.
In UK, the trash is dustbin.
Yeah.
So you come here and say throw that in the trash, you're like, what? Where?
Yeah.
Or open the trunk of the car. Go to the boot. So you learn these things. So now having to come here and then learn that.
Again.
It's and then obviously I was in this class called ESL, which ESL was kind of in school of kids are cruel. Kids made it seem like you're in the special class.
Because you were trying to learn a new language.
Yes, because you're in ESL, which really meant English as a second language. To try to teach you, help you assimilate to English. Kids are cruel. Kids made fun of, oh, you in that short butt. You in that special class.
I would have been one of those morons doing that too.
You definitely was. I could tell. You were one of them.
Stupid. Don't even know what it means. There's just 3 letters that I don't recognize, so I'm making fun of you.
Yeah, you in the special class.
stupid.
Yeah. So yeah, just that simulation was really, really tough for me. But yeah, we're kids. You don't understand that. You don't know that. You're just rolling with the punches each and every day. As long as you wake up, you got food in your belly, and you got loved ones around you, you don't really care about any of that.
You know, one time you and I were having a conversation. We talk a lot off camera and out of the public eye. And I remember when Ben, and even me one time, we're at UFC tonight, and I called you Marty. Right? And I asked you, why do you not want to be called that anymore when the whole time we had? And you gave me this great answer. You said, because it's not my name. And I said, well, why did you accept it? To me, it was so simple.
Right.
And you said, I've grown into my name. I love my name. Somebody called me this when I was a young kid, and I thought I was supposed to just accept it. Right. Well, can you kind of explain that to people? Because people didn't quite understand. But then the moment you told me, I was like, I get it. Right. It makes sense. And it made me look at you like, man, take that strong African name and wear it proudly.
Right. No, it's that's a great question and it's funny because my coach who started it,
why?
Saw me. He was at my last fight. I brought him out to my last fight, and he was apologizing to me. And I just I felt bad in a sense because of how big this had gotten. Yeah. Thanks to you, Ben Askren.
Yeah, because of Ben.
Because of how big this had gotten to where he felt maybe he did something wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. You know, when you're a child, you're coming up in something, in some sport, everyone has a nickname. You give everyone a nickname. And it started kind of with, you know, when you're in the study hall, you're in the group, they have to call you, roll call your name. And my name was actually on there in school. So he goes, Cub. And I'm talking about, my coach was a military, a former Marine, buzz cut, no nonsense kind of guy. And he's going, Aaron Hill. Boom. Here, coach. Kamarudian. My name's Kamarudi. Yeah. And so he goes, okay, I can't say. I'm not saying that.
Really?
Marty, which it was just a joke. It was playing around. He's like, Marty, I'm gonna call you Marty. I'm like, oh, that's me, coach. I'm 5'2", 103 pounds. And I'm like, that's me, coach. He's like, I'm gonna call you Marty. That's cool. And at that time, like I said, I wanted to assimilate. You wanted to just be one of the guys.
You want to be like, you want to be there and just not cause too much ruckus.
Not cause too much ruckus. I'm not in the position yet where I want to stand out. You know, kids like to follow. We don't want to stand out from the pack because when you're a kid, you don't really understand how powerful that is.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I just want to go with it. So I went with it. All right, Marty. But now, guess what? Now the team starts calling me Marty. So we all know, like anything else, if you suck at something, you die off at that moment. No one remembers you that unless you're doing something goofy or crazy. I started to excel.
Yeah.
So when you start to excel, the name grows with you.
Yeah.
Now it's Marty. Here, Marty won that tournament. Marty's here. Marty's like number one of the top kids in the state now. Now, collegiate coaches are calling. Hey, this kid, Kamaru, we're trying to. Oh, you mean Marty? So my coach says that just unknowingly. You mean Marty? So now college coaches hear that. Now Marty. Now they call me that. Now I go to college and they're calling me that already. And I'm already in here to where that name grows with me. And then it would have died off in college had I sucked. But I continue to excel. I won a national championship. I came off the mat. The teleprompter at the bottom during the interviews, it said Marty Usman. Which is crazy now that I look at it, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Because that's not my name.
Yeah.
But at that time, that's what it was. And I will have to admit this right now. I've never said this before. Doing a lot of reflection on that, I think part of that was being a little ashamed to be kind of labeled differently or called because my name was different than Aaron or Chris or Jason, or my name was different. So for them to say the mouthful of my name, I think I was a little maybe ashamed of that. So I just went with the Marty thing, even though it wasn't that big of a deal. But it
actually is kind of.
It is. So once I got into a position now to where not only am I representing myself or trying to do this sport, now I'm representing my name, my father, representing his lineage and his father and everyone, the name that they gave me. I'm like, no, I have to represent that. I'm a grown man now. I'm not a child. And so, and Ben, listen, no, I'm good with everything now, but with Ben, it was when Ben came in, he tried to kind of use it as a joke. Because Ben came in hot.
He came
in hot. And Ben was just doing everything possible
to try to get the biggest fights.
Which I understand. And so when he came in, it was like, first of all, now I got this chip on my shoulder.
Because he was a better wrestler.
Accolades-wise. Not even close. I started wrestling my sophomore year in high school. And Ben probably won more titles as a kid than I had ever won combined. And so now he starts saying that. And not only saying, he's kind of saying it in a condescending way, kind of to poke fun. So I'm like, well, you don't really know me.
You don't know me.
You don't know me like that. So you can't say that. And plus, that is no longer my name. I'm not a wrestler, a kid in high school anymore. I'm a grown man. Hey, address me properly. And then he kind of ran with it and made fun with it, which was great. I mean, I wish we would have got a chance to fight, because that was another big fight. Yeah. Because now, hindsight, looking back, you want every big fight. You want to fight every big fight as much as possible.
Do you think that you grew into your name or grew into yourself as a person?
I grew into myself as a person.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not who I am as a person, then what kind of representation are you doing to that name?
Yeah. Absolutely.